This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Now, MWR was busted for actions detrimental to stock car racing. All three cars, the 15, the 55, and the 56, penalized with 50 driver and owner points. These points penalties were assessed after Saturday night's race and will not impact the chase seating. Now, MWR has also been fined $300,000. Vice President and General Manager Ty Norris has been suspended indefinitely, and all three crew chiefs are on probation until December 31st.
Now, issue there is the 31 of James Busher. By caution comes out on lap 3.
39 truck of seeing into the inside wall going into turn. Look at the damage, Phil.
For complete NASCAR coverage, second caution of the day has come out. Ryan Blaney in that 29 got turned around coming out of turn number 4. Let's take a look.
These guys were fighting to stay on the lead lap. The leaders are fast approaching, and Joey Coulter was on the inside of Blaney and then finally got into his quarter panel and spun him around.
Outside of the front row on this most recent restart after a very fast pit stop, but he got knocked out of the groove in turns 1 and 2. Compound that with just a tight truck. It will not rotate through the center of the corner, and the 3 truck finds themselves back in 8th.
And Miguel Paluto in the 32 goes around, bringing out our third caution of the day. Enjoy the guy walking through the pit area.
Contact there from the 27 of Jeff Agnew turns Miguel Paluto around.
He's on the inside now, battling for that 4th spot. Hamlin has it. Ty Dillon trying to take it away, and around goes James Busher in the 31.
We're hearing that maybe there might have been some contact from the 98 of Johnny Sauter on that 31 truck of James Busher.
He was running in the 11th spot. Busher goes around, bringing out the caution for the 5th time.
See, Joey Coulter worked his way by. Johnny Sauter just drove in there on the inside. James came back down to the bottom of the racetrack. Right now, with survive, stay on the lead lap, try to catch a caution.
Yeah, get in line right now. He's been stuck on the outside trying to get back in now.
He's going to need this thing to go green for a little while, though, Phil.
Around goes Hornaday in the 9. He was on the outside of a 3-wide situation. Caution comes out. Just how does this work out for Ross Chastain?
That's not what they want.
Can't stop. He can't stop now. There's not enough laps on these tires for these other guys. Looked like Ron Hornaday did not realize they were 3 wide. He took a line down to the inside like there weren't 2 trucks underneath him.
That's Brian Silas in the 99.
Incredible
amount of damage.
That's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
It's the laps on tires. You just got to suffer through it and make sure that those guys put enough laps on their tires that when you do get your tires that you have enough of an advantage on lap time over them guys.
Watch this. Hornaday's on the outside of 3 wide and passed. He has to turn. Wasn't anything Ben Kennedy could do. He had to make the turn too.
Yeah.
Wow. Ty Dillon was very aggressive with his line. Crowded Wallace Jr. up into the wall, but Darrell doesn't.
And around goes the 51 of Denny Hamlin. Backs it into the inside wall.
It looked like the 88 of Matt Crafton may have gotten the back of Denny Hamlin and turned him around. Not a great deal of damage to Denny's truck. He was running 4th.
Mid-back leader.
But just a little bit.
And around goes the 51. And so now Denny Hamlin will have his work cut out for him.
Kevin Harvick is saying it's time for me to go right now here. We've got 31 laps to go. It may be time.
Yeah, and you can also see that they've lost a lot of ground to Darrell Wallace Jr., so that could also play into his game plan.
That's going to accelerate his.
And around goes the 27. Jeff Agnew spins, and that brings the caution once again.
Look at Jones, just dives hard in the corner. Jeff didn't think he was going to take that gap.
He saw the line that Jeff Agnew was going to run real wide.
Tires greased up and goes after our leaders.
Boy, Ty's truck's looking pretty strong right now.
Ty Dillon all over the back bumper, and Brennan Newberry goes around, bringing out the caution for the 9th time.
We're going to do it again. Going to have another restart.
Brennan Newberry gets it going the right direction as the field comes up behind him.
You know, Phil,
24th
with Darrell Wallace
went around. Had a little help there from Jeff Agnew.
That's Martinsville, as Phil said earlier.
Caleb Holman does a great job getting by in that 70.
Harvick still stays in front. Harvick up about a half a line. Around goes Harvick. Around goes Ty Dillon. And Matt Crafton's able to get through.
Chase Elliott gets right in the side of Kevin Harvick.
A lot of damage to the 88. The front of that 88 has a lot of damage to the left front. It's rubbing on that left front tire. So Matt Crafton's going to have to come to pit road now. Caution has come out again.
push comes to shove. Look who winds up second.
Jeb
Burton and also
Johnny Sauter as well.
Up in the mix.
And Johnny will restart in the 3rd position on the inside. See Kevin Harvick and Ty Dillon going at it on the backstretch.
Not happy about this restart. And the way they were racing and around the 3 is trying to get that 14 turned around.
Don't get the bad end of it here.
I think he's trying to spin him out. He hadn't any luck yet, but it looks like he's not giving up.
It was the RCR trailer, I would think.
Well, Pop said
it's all take.
All take, no give. There's Richard Childress.
And you could just tell, Phil, the way Ty Dillon was charging the corner, that it was going to be all take. And he was going to try to use up Kevin to get that spot. And eventually down in turn 1, Dillon to the bottom, gets a hold of Harvick, turns him around.
Got him off the bottom of the racetrack, then tried to go by on the inside, but Kevin couldn't maintain control of it.
And look at Chase Elliott, just blocked. Nothing that kid could do. Looks like NASCAR's saying.
Crews coming out to try to talk with, voice their displeasure with the 14 of Kevin Harvick. That's the 3 team that was out there.
Down for him. He took it down.
I believe it was down. He's parked right in front of the 3, so the 3 can't get in and stall.
The official's doing his best to maintain order, doing a great job, actually, to get those guys away from the truck.
And once
Kevin Harvick, interesting incident. What happened?
3 just dumped me. Exactly the reason why I'm leaving RCR, because you got those kids coming up and they got no respect for what they do in this sport, and they've had everything fed to them with a spoon. So I cut him slack all day, and you know, he just dive bombs me in there, dumps me. So just got to thank all these Anderson Syrup guys for everything that they do. It's a shame you got to get taken out by some rich kid like that.
once again, the hard part to comprehend is that's a 3,400-pound truck that these guys are messing with. They're 2x2 back behind Darrell Wallace Jr.
How about Ryan Blaney just outside the top 5?
Along with Ross Chastain, who made that late pit stop, and here comes Denny Hamlin.
How did Denny get back in the top 10?
Back in the mix after all these cautions. Darrell Wallace Jr. an 1/8 of a second lead over Brendan Gaughan. Jeb Burton runs third. Ben Kennedy is fourth. Scott Riggs running fifth.
I don't know. Can we make it 4 laps without having another caution?
Darrell Wallace Jr. sure hopes so. He's got the lead. He's got the fastest truck.
Ross Chastain getting shuffled out. A few trucks behind him. This time around with Darrell Wallace Jr. 3 laps of racing to go at Martinsville.
What a great run, too, by Brendan Gaughan. We talked earlier that he had a good truck in race runs. He's proven it, stayed out of trouble, and he's all the way up to the second spot. Ben Kennedy fighting hard.
Moved out of the way is the 92 of Riggs.
Ryan Blaney, the 29, got in the back of the 92 of Scott Riggs, moves him up. Now there's Johnny Sauter going by on the inside.
This time by 2 laps of racing to go for Darrell Wallace Jr. Brendan Gaughan holding on a second. Jeb Burton third. Ben Kennedy fourth. Ryan Blaney up to the 5th spot.
Darrell knows if he can get to the white flag before the caution comes out, he's home free.
Hoping a caution doesn't come out. He's got a huge lead over Brendan Gaughan. Coming out of turn number 4. Darrell Wallace Jr. sees the white flag one more time in Martinsville.
Got a great battle for 3rd and 4th back there. You see Brendan second. There's Jeb Burton, Ben Kennedy, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin all nose to tail.
Down the backstretch, Darrell Wallace Jr. almost a backstretch lead over second place Brendan Gaughan. Out of turn number 4, Darrell Wallace Jr. is going to get his first win in the Camping World Truck Series. And they spread out behind him.
That's how you do it right there, Phil. You take a late restart and drive away from him. Nobody had a chance to bump on Darrell Wallace Jr.
Darrell Wallace Jr. in just his 19th start will get his first career win. Teammates not happy on pit road. The 19 was into the back of the 29.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.